The television show MASH * was one of the most beloved series in American history, mixing comedy and drama in a way that deeply connected with viewers. It aired from 1972 to 1983 and was set during the Korean War, following the doctors, nurses, and soldiers of the 4077th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. Despite its light-hearted humor, the show also dealt with the painful realities of war, which made it both funny and meaningful. But behind its success, things were not always easy. Several key actors decided to leave the show at different times, surprising fans and changing the course of MASH * forever. Here's the real story behind why they left and what happened afterward. The first major departure came from McLean Stevenson, who played Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake. Stevenson was born in 1927 in Illinois and came from a family deeply involved in politics and medicine, but he chose a different path, acting. After studying theater at Northwestern University and working various jobs, he eventually found his way into show business through radio and writing for The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. His big break came in 1972 when he was cast as Henry Blake on MASH *. Stevenson's character was the lovable but somewhat clumsy commanding officer, and his warmth and humor made him a fan favorite. Stevenson became a household name and even won a Golden Globe in 1974. However, despite his success, he began to feel frustrated. He believed his character was being underused and that other actors, especially Alan Alda, who played Hawkeye, were getting more focus. Stevenson wanted a chance to be the lead in his own show, so after 3 seasons, he made the difficult decision to leave MASH *. The producers decided to give his character a dramatic exit. Henry Blake was discharged from the Army, but on his flight home, his plane was shot down. This shocking twist was one of the most emotional moments on television and showed how unpredictable war could be. After leaving MASH *, Stevenson starred in several shows, including The McLean Stevenson Show and Hello Larry, but neither achieved the same level of success. He continued acting in smaller roles and became a regular guest on game shows like Match Game. Looking back later, Stevenson admitted that leaving MASH * might have been a mistake. He realized that audiences loved Henry Blake more than McLean Stevenson himself. Despite his later struggles, he left a lasting mark on television history before passing away in 1996 at age 68. Another beloved character to leave was Captain Trapper John McIntyre, played by Wayne Rogers. Born in 1933 in Birmingham, Alabama, Rogers had a bright academic background, graduating from Princeton University with a degree in history. He served in the Navy before deciding to become an actor, studying under renowned coach Sanford Meisner in New York. His early years were difficult, working odd jobs while chasing auditions, but in 1972, he landed the role of Trapper John on MASH *. Rogers' character was Hawkeye's best friend and partner in crime. Together, they were the heart of the show's humor and moral depth. Viewers loved their chemistry and quick banter. However, like Stevenson, Rogers grew unhappy with how his character was written. He felt that Trapper was becoming more of a sidekick than an equal to Hawkeye. He wanted more meaningful storylines, but the producers focused mainly on Alda's character. Frustrated, Rogers decided to leave the show after the 3rd season, just like Stevenson. After MASH *, Rogers continued acting, appearing in shows like House Calls, which earned him a Golden Globe nomination, and City of Angels. But what truly set him apart was his later career as a successful businessman and financial expert. He became known for his sharp investment skills and even appeared on financial TV programs, where he earned the nickname The Wizard. Rogers' intelligence and charm carried him through multiple careers. He passed away in 2015 at the age of 82, remembered both as a talented actor and a savvy investor. The next actor to leave MASH * was Larry Linville, who played Major Frank Burns. Born in 1939 in California, Linville originally studied engineering before switching to acting. He attended the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London, where he received classical training. After returning to the U.S., he performed in theaters and appeared in various TV shows before landing the role of Frank Burns in MASH * in 1972. Frank Burns was a pompous, insecure, and often ridiculous army surgeon who constantly clashed with Hawkeye and Trapper. Linville's ability to make the character both funny and annoying made him unforgettable. However, after 5 seasons, Linville decided to leave. He felt that Frank Burns had become too predictable and one-dimensional. The writers mostly used him for comic relief, and Linville wanted to take on more serious and diverse roles. Though it was risky to leave a hit show, he believed it was the right move for his artistic growth. After leaving MASH*, Linville continued working steadily, appearing in shows like Fantasy Island, The Love Boat, and Murder, She Wrote. He also appeared in movies such as Earth Girls Are Easy. Though he never achieved the same fame as he had on MASH*, he was respected for his professionalism and talent. Linville faced personal struggles, including several marriages and health issues later in life. He passed away in 2000 at age 60, but his portrayal of Frank Burns remains one of television's most iconic comedic performances. Finally, Gary Berghoff, who played Corporal Walter Radar O'Reilly, also left MASH star. Born in 1943 in Connecticut, Berghoff grew up surrounded by creativity. His mother was a dancer and writer, and he developed a love for both nature and the arts at a young age. Despite being born with a physical disability that affected his left hand, he never let it hold him back. He learned to play drums and perform on stage, showing great determination and talent. Berghoff's big break came when he starred as Charlie Brown in the Broadway musical You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown in 1967. His performance caught the attention of director Robert Altman, who cast him as Radar in the 1970 film MASH star. When the TV adaptation was created 2 years later, Berghoff was the only cast member from the film invited to return. His character Radar was innocent, loyal, and had an almost magical ability to anticipate his commanding officer's needs. Audiences adored him. However, the long hours and constant pressure of filming began to affect Berghoff's personal life. His marriage suffered, and he grew exhausted from the demanding schedule. By the 7th season in 1979, he decided to leave the show to spend more time with his family and focus on other interests. His departure was handled with care. Radar's goodbye episode showed him returning home to run his family's farm, leaving fans in tears. After MASH*, Berghoff continued acting but never found another role as beloved as Radar. He appeared in TV shows like Fantasy Island and The Love Boat and even reprised his role in After MASH*, in Walter, though those spin-offs didn't succeed. Later, he shifted his focus to his other passions, music, art, and wildlife. He became an accomplished painter and even hosted a PBS show about pets. Berghoff's life had ups and downs, including 2 marriages and ongoing struggles to balance fame and personal happiness. Yet, his decision to leave MASH* showed courage and integrity. He chose family and peace over fame, a decision many fans respected deeply. In the end, each of these actors, McLean Stevenson, Wayne Rogers, Larry Linville, and Gary Berghoff, left MASH* for their own reasons: frustration with limited roles, creative differences, or personal priorities. Their departures changed the show but didn't diminish its legacy. MASH* continued to evolve, and each actor's contribution helped make it the timeless classic it remains today. Their stories remind us that even in Hollywood, success often comes with difficult choices, and sometimes walking away is the bravest decision of all.